And I say to them, it's nice to be smart. That's not it. I say, what else? And they say, well, they study like 15 hours a day. And I say, it's good to study and to take that seriously. That's not it either. Okay, and so what is it? That's kind of like it's not a mystery, but it's something that I've observed over the years. So what we're going to do for today to sort of have me teach this and work through it with you is I'm going to give you a handout and work through all of that and then ask you to do something for me near the end of the workshop. I'm going to put you to work on something that's pretty simple, but it requires a little bit of thought on your part. So let me go ahead and pass these out. If you could pass one behind you, please. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention earlier, when you show up for workshops this semester, a lot of them are going to be videotaped. If you could pass behind you. That's for people who aren't able to attend and all that. So no need to feel nervous or anything about a camera in the room. It's not on you. It's on me. So if anybody's going to be nervous, it would be me. And I'm okay because I'm sort of used to it. So just ignore the camera and you'll be fine, okay? When it comes to habits of successful college students, I want to start by reading the little section at the top, and then we're going to go through these one at a time, spend a couple of minutes on each one. At the very top, it says, one main characteristic of successful college students is that they act in a professional way. In other words, they treat school as seriously as they would a high-paying career job. This is demonstrated in their attitude and day-to-day actions and habits. Everything they do shows that school is a very high priority in their lives. Now, some of you in here may have had a job before. Maybe you even are working now while you go to school. Even if you've never worked, you know that if you get a job, especially a good one that you don't want to lose, there are certain things you do, certain ways that you act and approach your job that are important, and if you don't do those, you may end up getting fired. And everybody knows those things, but then when they become students, a lot of people don't do any of those same things. They kind of get lazy or their habits sort of decline. And that's something, again, that we want to work on. So, again, if you were being paid $100,000 a year to go to school, that would be nice, right? You'd show up every morning at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, you're not getting paid, but all of you, I hope, are going to school so that you can get a good education and then get a job that it makes a lot more than you could have if you didn't go to college. So it's kind of going to get to you eventually. But the very first one of these is always a kind of a fascinating one to me. So I'm going to ask a few questions in a minute. And one thing that I want you to understand about the way that I teach my workshops is that I ask questions sometimes, and I want answers from anybody. And even if you get the wrong answer, that's okay. At least you're trying. And so I'm hoping to get some involvement. No pressure. Be relaxed about it, okay? Number one, it says, this is again the description of a successful college student. They take care of themselves physically and emotionally, eating a well-balanced diet, exercising, getting appropriate amounts of sleep, dealing with stresses and difficulties in positive, healthy ways, etc., so they can have the concentration needed to make it through each class session and the stamina needed to make it through the ups and downs of a long semester successfully. Okay, so most people, when they read the first portion of this about taking care of yourself, everybody says, well, sure, of course, that's what you're supposed to do.